Well, there you have it.
And for the winner, with Gunners, congratulations.
Woohoo!
Could it be Woodman finally shed some light on this shit show?
Jessica will like die when she sees this. Like, this is Max Nova. I just can't.
If you told me that Bethesda had spent 10 years on a futuristic fantasy vibe-inspired RPG full to the brim of bugs, glitches, and features—
Stop it! Fuck! Just shut up already! Do you want to serve corporations forever? Fine, go right ahead. In that case, we'll leave the basilisk as a souvenir of what this family used to be. Or you know what? Maybe next time we're attacked, we'll be able to fight back!
I would say yeah, that's Starfield.
Anyway, they told me you were a strong...
And while I have still not played Starfield yet, I have played Cyberpunk 2077 recently. Yes, another tale of waiting 3 years before playing a game, just in time for it to fall off of everyone's radar and be completely irrelevant again.
You just can't wait for me to die, can you?
Grab a drink, cozy up to that screen, and get ready for the most heavily opinionated analysis you've ever seen. If you like this type of garbage and want to save me from being a rat bastard corpo all my life, then 2077 that subscribe button down below. Without further ado, let's get into it. This video's title almost became Cyberpunk 2077 is actually good now. In an interest to not make this just another copy-paste essay about Cyberpunk improving since its spectacular failure of a release, praising it for what it has become, I decided to take a serious look at what Cyberpunk set out and promised, compared to what it delivered. We have to start somewhere, and that key point is that Cyberpunk and its developers overpromised, overhyped, and never had enough time for what they had planned. That single fact has been etched across multiple YouTubers' opinions, multiple ranting articles, and more. It is cemented as a fact almost universally within the gaming community itself. That being said, it has had 3 years to catch up and improve on the shaky frame it launched with, and it has drastically improved. Now, I wasn't dumb enough to buy it when it first came out, and I wish I could say the same about Pokemon Violet. Instead, I played the waiting game. Patch after patch, update after update, we've finally hit what they call Cyberpunk 2.0, the more mature and more developed game, aging like a fine wine. In reality, they got a windfall of cash and finally said, hey, let's pay these people to do more work on it, and it has finally gotten to a somewhat stable version. I say somewhat stable because, my god, you wouldn't know it from playing it. If it's still this bad now, I can only imagine how bad it was before. Every other quest ended up glitching in some way. I was periodically unable to save. I spent half my time just sitting around waiting for NPCs to load because I was just too fast. Some of the missions, like the racing ones, were basically advanced slideshows. Some of the cars just don't allow your radio stations to work, like at all. Like the Delamain car, kiss that epic puppy goodbye if you don't want to be hearing crickets the whole time.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I think the most annoying bug was not even a bug at all. The damn camera control. It's impossible to drive first person in Cyberpunk, and the only way to drive in third person is by raising the camera behind you. And if you don't keep touching the joystick, it just snaps back down. This made for an incredibly frustrating experience just using the basic controls, one that I did not like for the entire game. With all of that said, I don't care. That's right, you heard me. I don't care that it has all these bugs because it was ambitious. It was a lengthy project, and development forced them into releasing something early that they didn't feel was polished enough. You cannot hold the technical defects of this game against the developers when they never felt it was ready to release in the first place. It's another certain symbol of corporate greed at play, and unfortunately, you have to look at businesses sometimes and say, I get it. When something isn't profitable, it's not profitable. You're asking a studio to recreate something that one company has primarily made an entire franchise off of, with no prior foothold at all into this kind of level of scope. Yes, they've made games and even RPGs before, but I don't think this falls into the category of a Witcher game. To me, it's like Rockstar fucked Bethesda, and out came a futuristic RPG bathed in glorious neon. It's got the vibes, it's got the characters that matter.
Can you still do your famous better buckle up? No. Come on, you don't forget a thing like that. Just once, please. We should go in now.
Hideshi, don't leave this poor guy hanging.
This is not the best time, truly. Oh, come on. I haven't heard it in years. Better buckle up!
Wow.
Ino-san, what happened to you? I do not know. I do not recognize myself. Are you happy? May we go?
Fine, let's go.
Hideshi Hino, to have fallen so far. Such a shame.
And most of all, it has the love.
Come on, baby.
Not that kind of love, you know what I mean. And if you don't, it's like GTA and Elder Scrolls made a single epic cocktail of awesomeness. I may be biased, in fact, I most likely am biased. I love RPGs, and I love games that have amazing references. And I love that this game, I can see the vision of it, and I can still have fun with it. Glitches are sometimes half the fun, if we know anything about our past with Bethesda. Yes, it is annoying when my game just randomly decides to crash, but I'll put up with it for an experience like this one. Where else could I ever play a game that lets me do this?
Time for healing!
He has no right to leave!
The combat is probably my most favorite thing about this game, and in the beginning, I thought it was the worst. It's because I hadn't explored it enough to see what it was capable of. I find it funny sometimes how I see others play games, and I almost feel embarrassed. I'm a hack and slasher. If I gotta block or defend, I just try to find a way around it. And this game lets you do just that. It's like Mantis blades were meant for me. I literally fly in, slow time, kill everyone in 30 seconds, and make hundreds of thousands of eddies. I could not care less about a single hack, gun, weapon, or anything else in this game. Like stealth archers in Tamriel, I shall forever be the praying mantis of Night City.
Shut up, they're floating in space! Brr. It's my buddy Zorak and evil disgrace!
Word to your mother.
Now that I've gushed over some of the things I love, let's go back to what I don't love. I don't like the fact that every other gig, mission, and all the Cyber Psycho sightings require me to act like a damn rat. Like I just said, my favorite method in this game is mindless, senseless slaughter, racing and charging around these areas. To sit and slow down and try to pick them off one by one is so aggravating and completely dismantles my enjoyment from the game. People can challenge me on this, you can say I'm missing the point then, but I have never found an RPG that truly rewards you for how you want to play. Night City, with everything shady and bad, constantly convinces you to try to do the right thing by exploring the dialogue options they want to get a positive outcome. Think of Cyber Psycho sightings, The Neighbor, and you can find several more. For some, this can increase the immersion and enjoyment of those who like this style. That ain't it for me, Chief. Why do you have to punish me if I don't play the game your way? I want to not only play my way, I want the game to recognize that I've chosen the merciless path. People whisper behind me, get terrified of me, and run when they see me, instead of every cocky NPC opening their mouth at me. If I have max street cred and only blood show to show for it, all NPCs' attitudes and behavior should change towards me. No exceptions, full stop. There is not one game that has ever successfully accomplished this, and I don't think it ever will. If I had to say, the Fable series are the closest in this regard, but they fail on other fronts as well. A small side note is that every time I opened a door, only to see that it was locked, I died a bit inside. The scope of this game was massive, and you can tell that they had plans for you to be able to go into every door just like Elder Scrolls, but the scope was just too big. Sadly, you're going to be forced into where the game wants you, and while you can explore somewhat, it doesn't have that Bethesda mysticism from just wandering off to explore, finding encampments or caves. Granted, they also sacrificed that in Starfield, but it also just won for the most innovative gameplay. And now I have to turn my head around like, people, are we even living in the same world here? And furthermore, how does a game like Red Dead Redemption 2 lose to Rust in the labor of love category? I mean, straight insanity. Anyway, back on topic, where were we?
I don't know.
Cyberpunk 2077 is a symphony of pure enjoyment from me. From Mantis Blades to Rogue AIs, the game fulfills a certain niche of the video gaming market it has failed to deliver on. A futuristic, slightly dystopian corpo world run by eddies and government officials, smiling from their high rises. It echoes through the screen, mirroring the tales in our own world. It is a symbol of hard work and dedication, deserving praise and recognition. And it is a reminder to put in the work, and to always improve, because you can make it there in the end. Never give up, and always put your best foot forward, because games like these have everything to offer, and nothing to lose. Everyone, thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate the love, and send it back 1,000-fold. Have a great day, everyone, and don't forget to slash that subscribe button.
My Nikes a check, I am different, that boy be something else. They ain't no stopping the way that I'm popping. Got bars like I'm naughty, got bars like they caught him with cars like they knocked it today. I'ma crash it tomorrow, I'm copping. I stay with the leaders, sipping with my leaders.
Hey, you looking for some company tonight?